Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. And we're just going to do as we always do, just send out this wonderful time we have of sending out gratitude to the world. Let's take some slow, deep breaths to get into that peaceful, receptive state. So we breathe in slowly and deeply. We hold our breath. We breathe out. And then we hold our breath. Let's do that for a few more breaths. Now let's listen for our heartbeat. Our heartbeat, which is a pulse of light coming down through the silver cord from our mighty iron presence, anchoring in our heart, giving us life. Let's just see and feel and bless that heartbeat. That heartbeat that anchors into that beautiful threefold flame, which is the anchorage of our mighty I am presence within our physical bodies. Let's just connect with that beautiful flame as we sit in that expanded golden flame in the center, golden yellow flame of wisdom and illumination, perception and discrimination. We see our bodies in this beautiful, dazzling golden flame. To the right, we can see the pink flame, that glorious, dazzling pink flame of pure divine love. And then we see to the left of us that beautiful, expanded flame, that sapphire blue, bringing into us the feeling of the will, the power, the faith and the protection from our mighty I am presence. See and feel and bless this glorious light. Let's take our awareness now up through the top of our head, through the silver cord, to our mighty beloved I am presence. Let's see this glorious, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving presence smiling down on us. Our wonderful presence of God, I am. And now we see in the center of our chest a beautiful golden sun forming, dazzling and brilliant like the noonday sun. The beautiful focus of light from our I am presence. Open our hearts and send love and gratitude to our mighty I am presence for beating our heart and giving us life. And now we see those rays from our beautiful sun in the center of our chest, dazzling and brilliant, billions and billions of rays, going forth and connecting up with each and every miniature sun in all the cells of our bodies, our four earthly bodies, all those little inner wakas receiving this expanded light. Let's feel the joy, the happiness, and the gratitude of each and every little inner waka of our four earthly bodies. Sense and see and feel that wonderful light saturating our earthly bodies. And now let's just fill our feelings with a feeling of love and gratitude. And let's call to the beloved Ascended Masters, beloved Ascended Master David Lloyd, the great God of gratitude, to fill us, each one and all mankind, with this feeling, that light substance from the Ascended Master realm of gratitude and love. We see our beautiful suns turning a deep shade of pink with a golden radiance. Gratitude and love for all our many, many blessings. Gratitude and love to the great ascended hosts for these marvelous teachings. Gratitude and love for all our loved ones and our friends. Gratitude and love for our homes and our supply. Gratitude and love for all the many, many blessings that we receive daily on our earthly journeys. Gratitude to the great and beloved elemental kingdom, animate and so-called inanimate, the beauty and bounty of nature. God bless, love and thank them, each and every precious one. Gratitude to the beloved angels, and gratitude to all life on our beloved earth. And now we see these rays in this wonderful expanded state, forming a lattice of light, dazzling and brilliant. We see our entire earth folded in this glorious pink and golden light, saturating every part of life on our beloved earth, especially those parts of life that are never loved or thanked, with this wonderful gift, our opportunity of sending love, light, and gratitude to all life. And we just give deep, deep thanks for this. Oh yeah, it is nice to get that lovely feeling of gratitude. And I was wondering, Faye, would you like to read? Do you have a screen in front of you? Now, are you keen to read? I'm not sure if you like to do that.
Okay, thank you very much. I have my cell phone. I hope I can read it.
Otherwise, I can get somebody else if it's difficult for you.
Okay.
All right. Okay, good.
Before reading the words of a master, we say together with mixed music, as suggested by beloved Lord Kuthumi. Beloved presence of God, I am. It is thy life and intelligence that enables me to read and comprehend and absorb that which is required of me. For life, I am so grateful. Beloved Master Kuthumi, I ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction.
Oops, we've lost you, Faye. Okay, well, let me just, can you hear me, everybody? I think there's been a slight little hiccup there. Okay, so anyway, we ask beloved Kuthumi, we ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction for God's glory and mankind's comfort. And we thank you. And now, great I am presence, take me within thyself and there instruct me and cause me to retain the full memory of these inner instructions. And we thank you. And that's from beloved Saint Germain. Not quite sure what happened to Faye. Sometimes technical hitches. Anyway, so, whoops. This week, we have got Gary reading. Thank you, beloved Gary. And it's from the Great Divine Director. And just again, just such really important understanding and just words of wisdom for us all. And then the video is from beloved Neptune. And it's just, I thought, nice to really start honoring the beloved elementals and the great directors of these elemental kingdoms. So I just thought it would be nice to play that again. And beloved Lunara, but she doesn't speak, beloved Neptune. And then Morel is going to read because Terry wasn't sure if she'd be available this week. So we've got Morel reading. Thank you so much, Morel. She did offer ages ago that if we needed her to step in to help, she would. So that's really good. She's reading from beloved God Helios, and he's speaking on the Zodiac. So this is also quite interesting. And then I'm going to read from beloved Corona, which is from Friendship with the Gods, and it includes a visualization. Whoops, I can see I spelled visualization wrong. Sorry about that. But we won't be able to do it as long as we would like to do it, I don't think. But I thought afterwards I'd put it into like a video for those that are keen to do it, because it's actually lovely. It's a really lovely one. And then beloved John will take us through our decrees. And as we know, that's such an important part of the whole service, is to just call in this light. So we're going to listen to Gary now.
Week 226 from the I Am Discourses, Volume 8, Discourse 10. The Great Divine Director speaks. Individually, please do not miss one day, and especially at night, saying to all human creation, in the name of my beloved mighty I Am Presence and the power of the Ascended Masters, I say to all human creation, you have no power. Mighty I Am Presence and great cosmic light, project your mighty light rays in and through the earth, establishing thy currents throughout the atmosphere of the earth, and cause all destructive qualities and activities there to cease to exist. Then we will do the rest. These simple calls which you are sending forth make everything possible for us, and it is you who need the protection. It is your beloved humanity which needs protection. When I have noticed among the earnest students such a great desire to serve, O beloved ones, if you in the silence of your own chamber will make these calls, as I have just explained, how great will be your service which you are rendering. Will you who are visiting here please carry this with you to the students in the various parts of America and the group leaders? You might think we are accumulating a great deal for you to do. It does not mean you must use all the things which are before you each day. Please understand this, beloved students. As you advance and we advance in the activity which is required, and we offer certain requirements for you to fulfill, do not let yourself become confused by something which is added. All is a stepping up process, as you use the term in electrical parlance. It is the light advancing, going forward into greater achievement and freedom. Therefore, we may ask you to do many things in the future, but remember, when you have entered the steps into the doorway of light, you do not pull the steps in with you. You leave the steps there for the others who are to follow on. As you are advancing and more is naturally required of you, then just rejoice in it. I say to the group leaders concerning this, dear hearts, don't let your human quibble over following directions. Joyously, happily, willingly, do just what we request. You don't see and know, but we do, and we ask nothing in the world except what you can do, and that which we know is of the greatest service. You could not in your limited state know, but we can in our state. When we request something, it is for your good. Just as yet remember, beloved ones, you are the vanguard of the light. For a little time, your responsibility is greater, because through the power of the irradiation, your call is making possible the wider expansion of this I Am activity. Through the transcriptions and the radio work, which we are opening, you will find the open doorway to the expansion of the light and the reaching of people which is necessary. It is imperative that these books flood forth to mankind as much as possible, for they contain and hold the explanation and the application by which every human being can set himself or herself free. It is imperative that the people have them for constant use, because the intellect does not retain enough from just hearing the instructions. I ask all, please do not keep reaching out for more explanation. Take that which is before you and apply it with determination, with firmness. The explanation is all there. If you really understand it, don't let your intellect keep reaching out for various things, Guard your human self so that it does not run away and feel itself wiser than we.
Marvelous. Thank you, beloved Gary. So well read and just so true, isn't it? And I just love it. I remember reading in that wonderful book. I know we've read it quite often over the years. Such a marvelous book, volume 8. And he said, you do 1/3 and you do 1/3 and we'll do 2. In other words, the mighty light will come and do the work. It's just so marvelous. Now we're going to listen to beloved Neptune.
This is a dictation from beloved Lord Neptune from Friendship with the Gods. And Lord Neptune is co-creator and governor of the water element with his divine complement, beloved Lunara. She is director of the civilization within the Moon's center. Beloved Lord Neptune says, "Beloved friends, your attention upon the element under my God control has drawn me into your midst. I am Neptune, often referred to as the father of the waters. Looking upon this section of the vast body of water known as the Atlantic Ocean," he was speaking from Long Island, New York, "you see a small segment of the activities of the Undines who, in obedience, respond to their directors in the pulsating rhythm of the tides, whose magnetic pull breathes in and out in regulated pattern. Sometimes one views the magnificent floor of the ocean in what could be described as a tranquil state, for most assuredly there can be tranquility in power and might. One must not confuse tranquility with inertia, however. In the case of the activities of a body of water of the magnitude of an ocean, tremendous factors must be considered to realize some of the scope of its service. On the floor of the ocean grow many flora which have wonderful health-giving properties, one of which is known as kelp. We recognize its iodine content for treatment of certain deficiencies in the normal functioning of the bodies of man and so-called beast. The salt content in the waters of the ocean contributes to its buoyancy and sustains some of the life which exists in the kingdom abiding in the mighty waters. Man could not exist without water, for that element is necessary for the sustenance of his life, internally and externally. You are also cognizant of the fact that the emotional vehicle, which comprises 80% of the lower garments, is made up of the water element. In recent years, there has been much discussion and great effort expended in the process of desalination of the water of the ocean, so that it would be fit for human consumption, and the resultant fresh water would not interfere with the chemical action of the body. True, the vehicles of mankind cannot take an excessive saline content, but it is necessary to sustain the life within the glorious bosom of the oceans. You have a wonderful example of the buoyancy of salt water and the remedial qualities as it invigorates the physical body of those who swim or bathe in its exhilarating powers. When you reach that stage in your evolution where you know the oneness of consciousness of all life, everywhere, you will further realize that all those who serve with me have to constantly engage in the activity of stabilization. And when the waters making up the seas roar in a mighty tempest, unless you have purified your emotional vehicle of all the generating centers which have caused disturbance, known or unknown, for which you are responsible, you are a contributing factor to the turbulence manifesting. Remember, every time you have stirred another's emotions, you are responsible for the uncontrolled energy which is set up in that one's world. And as surely as the tides flow in rhythmic manner, will every part of the discord which is of your own making, which you generated to them, return to you for transmutation. And when this occurs, if you are not harmonious and in God control of your energy, and alert and able to transmute the inharmonious energy through the sacred fire, the imperfection which you sent forth and all the momentum which it has gathered in its travels will present itself at your doorstep. For you who have the conscious knowledge of how to use the divine alchemy of purification have the responsibility of freeing imprisoned life from encasement in discord. You can see how an unkind word or deed can become a very serious offense against the spiritual law. Far, far greater is the offense of malicious thoughts which an individual entertains against another part of life. And woe to the man or woman who engages in this practice, for the returning energy will reap a bitter crop which must be transmuted by the sender. Another factor when thinking of the water element, you know that individuals react to climatic conditions, how some are depressed on rainy days or complain about the rise and fall of the temperature. If the individual had God control of the emotional vehicle, he then would happily realize that nature, through the elemental kingdom, was providing the body of Virgo, the earth element, with the substance required at a specific time for the enrichment and sustenance of the evolution of this earth. When there are excesses expressing in the outpicturing weather, do you not realize that you and the rest of mankind are again responsible in part for the reaction of the gnomes, undines, sylphs, or salamanders? Man has imposed the discordant radiation upon them, and they are reacting accordingly. Had the originator of this mischief transmuted it, or any individual along the receiving line done so, this discordant energy could have been changed through the divine alchemy of the sacred fire into an harmonious vibration. If you wish to mentally have a brief view of what is taking place in your emotional vehicle, think of the pictures you have seen of deep-sea activities with all the glorious fauna and flora. And when a creature abiding therein is expressing a destructive nature, you have a parallel of the activities taking place in your emotional world. When it is harmonious, it is a joy to behold and adds to the radiation of beauty of the universe. But when the pulsating causes and cores of discord are allowed to dwell in a Chila's world, it is a grievance of great magnitude. My beloved divine complement, the beautiful Lady Lunara, the spirit abiding within the moon, holds the water element within our balancing power of cohesion and expansion, and it is our great and responsible desire to assist you as well as all the evolutions on this planet as you journey homeward.
Oh gosh, just such lovely words. Thank you, beloved Neptune, and Lunara too, and all the beloved elemental kingdom. We're so blessed. Thank you, beloved Morel. So beloved Morel's going to read for us now.
Beloved God Helios speaks on the Zodiac, the bridge to freedom, March the 6th, 1955. After Vesta and I had designed the pattern of the planets of this solar system, we had to design and manifest a method of radiation, whereby certain qualities and virtues, which would be required by the inhabitants of the planets of the system, would be provided in a rhythmic outpouring. Those 12 great virtues and cosmic qualities were ensouled by cosmic beings, who took the responsibility of condensing, magnetizing, and focusing one of the 12 God qualities. From this mystic designing of the electronic belt has come forth the distorted idea of astrology, which exists in the world today. Around the force field of the sun are 12 temples, which are the foci of these 12 God virtues. Each temple is governed by an ascended being, who directs the mighty rays of the 12 qualities towards the planets of this solar system. As the planets circle in orderly sequence around the sun, they are bathed for approximately 30 days in the radiation of the God virtues of a particular temple. The radiation of that temple greatly blesses and nourishes all the bodies of mankind. It particularly stimulates those who have come to birth in any embodiment under the auspices of that temple. There is no such thing as malicious or limiting influence from these 12 cosmic foci. There are only positive outpourings of powerful life and nourishment. The temple of the Ascended Master, Lady Master Aries, House of Aries, radiates the God virtue of wisdom. It is here where the substance, energy, and purifying power are prepared for the air you breathe. Here are the sylphs and devas of the air. Here are also located smaller, exquisite temples built like the castles in fairy tales of old. The temple of the mighty Elohim Hercules, House of Taurus, radiates the God qualities of faith, strength, courage, and power. The temple of the Ascended Master Lord Maitreya, House of Gemini, radiates the God quality of love. It represents the action of the Christ self, working through the physical nature of man. The temple of Elohim Vesta, also called Cyclopeia, House of Cancer, radiates his power of concentration and consecration. The temple of the ascended being Apollo, House of Leo, radiates qualities found in the ascended Master Saint Germain, such as royalty, courtesy, dignity, and princely charm. The temple of the ascended Lady Master Virgo, House of Virgo, radiates the balance of Virgo, her confidence, assurance, and steadfastness. The temple of the Goddess of Liberty, House of Libra, radiates the God qualities of liberty and freedom to the earth. The temple of the cosmic being Mighty Victory, House of Scorpio, radiates his momentum of victory, of hundreds of thousands of centuries of victorious accomplishments. The radiation of the temple of Zarathustra, House of Sagittarius, serves to enhance the spirit of enthusiasm. The radiation and powers of the Zarathustras, there are several priests having the name Zarathustra, has been shown throughout the history of Earth, down through the Atlantean and Lemurian ages, back to the beginning of time. In this temple dwell the salamanders and those who work particularly with the fire elementals. The temple of the ascended being Minerva, twin ray of Elohim Cassiopeia, House of Capricorn, serves to enhance the God qualities of discrimination, discretion, perception, and intuition. This release is so great that it can be absorbed by the receptive consciousness. It may be compared to the process of spring flowers absorbing the radiation of the months of April and May. The radiation of the temple of the ascended being Aquaria, House of Aquarius, projected towards Earth, serves the progress, stimulation, and intensification of the spiritual interest within the consciousness of mankind. The temple of Ascended Master Neptune, House of Pisces, radiates the purifying power of the water element. Here are trained the Undines. As mankind passes through the radiation of these temples on a monthly basis, it is bathing in the virtues which are radiated from our own bodies. Those virtues are provided by our conscious invocation to the central sun, and by our endeavor to duplicate in ourselves the nature of that central sun. You can avail yourself through the magnetic power of your own thought of the blessing of that specific stream of concentrated energy which plays upon your earth and through your vehicles. That specific radiation is a power that can raise one man in one embodiment, whereas it would take another 1,000 embodiments to accomplish it by self-effort. I have seen it done. Those who progress beyond the masses must have available certain spiritual nourishment. Jesus said that he had food to eat that man knew not of. Any individual like yourself who is willing to give more than ordinary assistance to the masses is likewise given opportunity to take of nourishment of which mankind knows nothing. You may accept or reject this instruction as you wish, because that is the law of life. Thank you.
Thank you, beloved Morel. So there we go. And it's just so interesting because, I mean, all those sort of human, ideas that have been attached to all to the zodiac signs and just so wrong. So I thought I'd just actually carry on with this whole theme from beloved Saint Germain, because I do believe it's quite important. And this is what beloved Saint Germain says. It's from the I Am Discourses, Volume 3. He says, one of the saddest things I have to say to you is that many of those attempting to cast horoscopes are unknowingly drawing themselves into the psychic net and are becoming sensitized and voicing the adverse conditions which exist only in the stratum. This is one of the most unfortunate activities because the individual is so entirely unaware that he has opened his door. Until he has become too enmeshed that no amount of argument or reasoning will change his belief in astrology. In the past 20 years, the avenue of astrology has been used for this purpose more than any other. Many times through this, the thought or radiation from the stratum says that certain conditions will manifest for the individual which he cannot avoid. If it is not said in so many words, it is felt through the radiation. This is one of the principal reasons why the last 3 cataclysms of Atlantis occurred, and why the people of Atlantis, and in the great majority, refused to listen to the wisdom of the masters, who prophesied from reality the destruction of Atlantis. I understand, beloved students, that some of you who have been so interested in your horoscopes may think I am severe. However, such is not the case, but my love for you is great enough that I may speak to you the unadulterated truth. If you cannot believe the truth of which I speak to you, then you must go on your way, for you are individuals with free will, which I have no desire to interfere with, except that I am privileged to point the way. Individuals who will cling tenaciously to the I Am Presence need never, anytime, anywhere, ever fear any of these things, because it will correct them and hold them steady on the true path of light, up whose golden stairway they may climb with definite precision into their full dominion and perfection. Do not let your attention ever be held by those outer manifestations, astrology, the power of numbers, spiritualism, or any of the many things that would take your attention away from the mighty I Am Presence, which is your real self. So it's quite interesting because so often, even people say, oh, I'm this number or I'm that number. And so that kind of brings in that limiting consciousness that other numbers are not so good. And just as Saint Germain says, all numbers are good. And so we just can't have anything limiting. But I know that there are sometimes hints given through numbers and what have you. So, we always have to be discerning as to how we see it. All right. So now we have this wonderful decree to help our brothers and sisters. And as we're told by beloved Archangel Michael, it is such an important call for those that have got caught in that psychic and astral realm, who've left their bodies. So we say together, beloved presence of God, I am in me. Beloved, immortal, threefold flame of eternal truth within my heart, and beloved Saint Germain. While my body sleeps this night, let all the constructive energy of my entire life stream, including that in my causal body, be used to render whatever service is needed in the violet flame temples established in the psychic and astral realms to draw the full gathered cosmic momentum of the violet purifying flame of divine love and compassion through every discarnate life stream there. Let all the souls who dwell in those realms be drawn into those purifying temples of mercy and compassion, and there have the accumulated destructively qualified energies of their life streams purified and transmuted, so that when they are summoned for re-embodiment by the lords of karma, they bring into incarnation only a heritage of perfection, and carry in their life streams no miscreations that would add to their own or the world's distress. We accept this done now with full power, full cosmic power, and so be it, beloved I am, and we thank you. Thank you. And it's really so be it. This is just a lovely, lovely story of such a joyful cat. I think you'll enjoy it before we say our decree for the beloved animals.
I went to the local animal shelter, and this little tuxedo cat climbed up my jeans and he fell asleep in the hood of my jacket.
Well,
I thought, oh, that's cute, and I put him back down. He did that a second time, and he did it a third time. He chose me. My name is Heidi, and this is Fitz's story for GeoBeats. Fitz loves running. He's a very playful cat, very joyful cat. He wishes I would play with him all day and all night. He loves jumping into the air after flies. Anything in the air, really. He'll jump pretty high to try and catch. He was a gift. He immediately just made himself a part of our family. The first night that Fitz met Coco, the dog, they just hit it off. There was licking and purring, and it was just beautiful to watch. Sometimes when he's playing with Coco, he's not running. He's like kind of like galloping almost. It's a funny little run when he's playing with the dog. We adventure every day. The way I do life with Fitz is that if I do something, I want him to do it with me. My favorite thing is to swim lakes. And so I was just thinking, like, how can I swim him across a lake? I bet you he would love listening to the birds and the sounds of the water. So I found this food cooler and I mounted some pool noodles on it just so that it wouldn't tip. And then I put a weight in the bottom as well, just so it would be really stable. I can now tow that little food cooler behind my kayak and he stays in it and there's no problem. He sees it as a safe place. He wants to play all morning and all evening.
dirty paws.
Except for when he does his afternoon nap. So he sleeps from 12 to 5 every day, and that's when he'll be off on his own. He loves to snuggle at 4 in the morning. That is the time when he'll meow for my affection and really, really want to cuddle, which is unfortunate for me because I don't want to cuddle at that time. A lot of people ask me, how did you train your cat to walk off leash? And I just say, I think Coco did, because Coco walks off leash. And so the answer is yes, I do worry sometimes. Sometimes he'll run into the bush after a squirrel and he'll take a couple minutes and I'm like, shoot, is this the time now that he's lost? And then, and then he'll run back out and keep walking and I'm like, phew, nope, we're good. There can be beauty in the small things every day.
Hi.
Life is hard, and for a minute to watch a cat jumping in the air after a fly just takes you away from your troubles sometimes.
Such a lovely cat. I just love that. And such an enthusiastic and very energetic cat. Oh, Fitz, honestly, bless him. Right, so now we're going to say our decree together. Beloved, I am presence of all mankind. Charge your mighty light of mercy and compassion to flow through us all and bring comfort to the animal, insect, and reptile kingdoms. May each human being remember and accept their responsibility as guardians and protectors of this planet's pure and innocent life until all is set free and their divine plans fulfilled. We so decree it, and so be it. In God's most holy name, I am. We accept it done, and we thank you. Thank you. And now I'm going to read from Beloved Corona. This is just lovely, but as I said in the beginning, we won't be able to take too long with the visualization, but I'm going to definitely make a video of it so that those that choose can have it a longer time. But it's just lovely, Beloved Corona. Thank you to her. Hail, children of the light. I am Corona, and I dwell in the chromosphere around your sun. It is my privilege to abide in the glorious radiation of mighty Helios and Vesta, being visible only to the earthlings at the time of total eclipse. Why do I come to you, the Chelas of the cosmic beings and the ascended masters at this time? As we look upon your auras, we see the emergence of the Christ, the veil or shadow of the human self receding. And you are now rapidly approaching the time when the corona or halo of your own being shall shine forth. You have seen illustrated in pictorial manner the shining light forming an aureole or corona around sainted ones. In the higher octaves, your great causal bodies are glorious coronas whose luminosity is never dimmed, just increased in intensity as you become adept in the process of expanding the various virtues of the Godhead. The time has arrived when the good of your causal bodies should be drawn forth and lowered, but not diminished, so that it will be the perfect aureole of the emerging Christ. I shall now proceed to give you an exercise which will be of great assistance in accomplishing this. Some of you, beloved ones, employ this in part, but we wish you to take fuller advantage of the gifts and powers awaiting your use. First, give recognition to and center yourself in the Christ within. So let's just do that now. Focus on our beloved Christ within, that 3-4 flame. Removing your consciousness from the outer self. Now, in prayerful humility, kneel in gratitude to the privilege of knowing you are the indwelling Christ. Become absorbed or saturated in the Christ consciousness. Feel the crown of the Elohim become activated on your forehead. The 7 rays blazing forth in balanced activity. Here, pause to give recognition to the glorious rays. We know the rays start on the left with the glorious crystal blue flame. Then comes the golden yellow flame and the beautiful pink flame. In the center of our forehead is that pure white flame. Then we have the emerald green flame. And then there is the ruby and golden flame and the violet flame on the right. Just see these flames blazing on our foreheads. And travel further then on the avenue of your silver cord into the very heart of your I Am Presence. We take our consciousness right up to our beloved I Am Presence. And then she says, love, love, oh love that great God presence. And blending as one, thank the supreme source of all creation for this privilege. As this oneness intensifies, visualize the pulsating bands of your causal body, your cosmic corona enfold you. So let's just hold that wonderful vision and that feeling of being completely enfolded in our causal bodies, in the heart of our beloved I Am Presence. Abide now in this consciousness for a short while until you become accustomed to the higher rate of vibration. And then proceed to retrace the journey of your consciousness to the starting point of the Christ within your heart. Giving a prayer of gratitude for this celestial journey, quietly, unhurriedly continue your application. Then proceed to follow your daily activities. I admonish you to do this exercise for short periods at first. Should you not be adept at this, ask one of the cosmic beings or ascended masters to give you assistance until there is no strain felt in this change of vibratory action. As you will realize, this is given to you for a very specific purpose. Enable you to further blend the outer self with the inner, and the more infiltration of the inner, the more will the outer recede. As the Christ emerges and is allowed to take control, there must be a rarefied atmosphere for its functioning to the lower vehicles. It should have a corona of divine love, peace, purity, and beauty to permit fuller expression in the world of form. Otherwise, the little or human self intrudes and is in command of your being and world. This is presented to you not as an entertaining excursion into the higher octaves, but to train your vehicles so that they will not further impede the activity of the Christ within from taking control and functioning at all times in your being and worlds. I call the blessings of the supreme source of all life upon you in your forward progress on the path of spiritual attainment. I, Corona, from the aura of Helios and Vesta, shall be prayerfully watching the expansion of your Corona, and so be it. Well, thank you, Corona, for that wonderful journey. And yeah, just such a lovely thing to practice, isn't it? So I just thought that would be nice. All right, so we're going to, oh, this is the song. It's just beautiful. It's God Bless America. And I just feel it's just like so pertinent at the moment, the beloved America, coming to that mighty gift of freedom, I believe.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota
to the hills of Tennessee,
across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea. From Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, oh, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless this country. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless, please bless the USA.
God bless America, truly. And beloved John, okay, thank you. You'll take over now. Thanks.
Thank you, beloved Anthea. Good evening, all. And after listening to all those inspirational readings, messages, and that music, bringing us to this place of tranquility, peace, and calm, we are now ready to make our decrees as we give all our love, our creative power, our wisdom, and authority to you, our beloved I Am Presence. We say together, Mighty I Am Presence, great host of ascended masters, archangels and Elohim, cosmic beings and great cosmic light, come forth now in all your cosmic power. Withdraw and withhold all power from destructive forces and individuals with destructive intent throughout the world, right now and forever, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Expose, seize, bind, and render helpless all these sinister forces and their activities until the light has removed them completely, and illumine the source, so this may never act again, and raise up to positions of power the divinely chosen leaders. Replace all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. Our tube of light protection. Beloved mighty I am presence, beloved Archangel Michael and beloved Commander Conrad, continually intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance and Archangel Michael's armor of light through and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all-powerful and impenetrable. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. I am grateful we are given whatever added protection is needed, and what we ask for ourselves, we ask for our loved ones, and that which is constructive in all mankind and the world. Thank you. We just take a moment and we see and visualize that mighty pillar of light, that brilliant blue and crystal light surrounding each and every one of us, 9 feet in diameter, 3 feet each side of us, thick wall at the edge, stronger than any steel. We just see Archangel Michael's armor of light around us, forming an impenetrable pillar of protection around ourselves, this group, our families, friends, and around every constructive person across the face of the earth. All of those standing up for truth, justice, and freedom. God bless, direct, perfect, and protect each and every one. Thank you. Mighty I am presence, beloved Saint Germain, and those that minister to the violet flame, come forth now and blaze your cosmic violet fire, and cause a mighty victory for all the world to see. I am the law of forgiveness in cosmic action now. I am the victory of the sacred fire in all its cosmic power. Mighty angels descend with your purple ones of fire and strike them into the center of every place where there has been a history of sinister force activity. Transmute and consume it all, cause, score, record, effect, and memory, and set it all free from that which was never meant to be. Replace it all with ascended master consciousness, the divine plan fulfilled, and light from the secret love star. We thank you. Our decree for the elementals. I am the light of God that never fails, purifying, loving, thanking, and blessing the great directors of the elemental kingdom, and every beloved earth, water, air, and fire elemental, for your ceaseless service to me and to all mankind. I am the mighty cosmic light, awakening all mankind to the great intelligence of this kingdom, and remove from elemental life today the necessity for longer obeying the destructive impulses of mankind. And so be it, beloved I am, we thank you. In the name of my mighty I am presence, great cosmic beings and great cosmic light, I decree, I am the presence charging the minds and feelings of everybody in America and the world with Saint Germain's ascended master consciousness and perfection, right now and forever. I am the presence, blessing, illumining, perfecting, and setting all free in service to the light. Our decree for the purification of our beloved earth. In the name of my mighty I am presence, and by the power of the great host of ascended beings, we demand a cosmic living sword of blazing flame continually strike into all human miscreations back to the very beginning, causing all negative energies and entities in the psychic and astral realms and in the consciousness of all mankind to cease to exist forever. The cause, core, effect, record, and memory, freeing all human and elemental life from that which was never meant to be, and ensuring the psychic and astral realm is no more. Replace it all with the immaculate concept for all life, ascended master consciousness, and light substance from the secret love star. That thy will be done, and so be it, and so it is. Beloved I am, we thank you. I am the most intensified cosmic action of the flame of divine justice, blazing throughout the world, right now and forever. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the judge. I am the jury. Knowing that I am all-powerful, that I know that only divine justice can be done, everywhere, here and now. Beloved Lady Portia, ensure divine justice prevails throughout the world, right now and forever. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. Now, before we say our final decree, by the love, power, and authority of our beloved mighty I am presence, we call to you, beloved mighty victory, to fill us with your full feeling of victorious accomplishment, that cosmic feeling of ascended master victory. I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the cosmic flame of victory, which reigns supreme everywhere, right now and forever. We accept these calls answered as they are made, according to thy will, with full cosmic power, maintained and doubled each instant of each hour, until fully manifest. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. Dearest Sanat Kumara, we send all our love, our gratitude, appreciation, and thanks to you for this gift of that beautiful love star that you have placed in the aura of every unascended being, radiating your love and pouring its flaming substance into our world, guiding us, helping to maintain peace and serenity in our worlds. We place our attention now on that beloved secret love star, that mighty focus of cosmic divine love from our great central sun, supreme light that can never be requalified by human thoughts or feelings. Beloved secret love star, make each of us a living sun of pure divine love, radiating centers, so we may bless all those who we interact with, every place we visit, and whomever we pass by. We send our deepest love and gratitude to the mighty beings from the great central sun who maintain and sustain this great focus of love. We are most grateful, and we give our deepest thanks for this and the opportunity of adding our own love and light to these calls. We thank you, beloved I am. Thank you, everybody, and blessings to all.
Marvelous. Thank you so much, beloved John. And thank you. And just lovely. All right. So now I think you'd like to read the closing invocation. And beloved Jenna Smith.
I'm on.
Good.
It is my privilege. Thank you. Before ending the session, we all say with mics muted, beloved I am presence and beloved Master Katumi, nourish the seeds planted in my consciousness so that the ideas entrusted to me become manifest flowers of perfect expression in my world and the world of all my fellow men. Beloved presence of God, I am. Pour the light of thy great glory upon my consciousness and nourish the seeds planted by the masters. And we thank you.
Thank you, beloved Jenna. Bless you. Wonderful. Oh, there we go, everyone. Let's just take a moment, just a quiet moment, just to say thank you for these marvelous teachings, for our many blessings, for our beautiful earth, and our opportunity to serve the light. Thank you. Okay, thanks everybody. So I'm going to stop the share, and then if you choose, you can put on your videos and we can check. Whoops, let me just stop the recording as well. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, there we go.